Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Lego Movie video game. Let's continue. We're inside the dog addressing the master builders. We're gonna give the big speech, or maybe we'll skip right over that part. Before we do anything though, we're in this overworld and I want to pause to see how far we've gotten. Wow. So we've gotten 5 specials out of 15. But I actually don't know how many levels we've actually played. We've probably played 7, and I suspected there was 5 remaining. So that seems somewhere between 7 or 5 is the right number. We have Cloud Cuckoo Land. And the weirdness of this area is you just couldn't ever build this. Lego would have to make a custom set for this, and they'd have to make all kinds of pastel and brightly colored things that they don't usually make. And for Lego to make a set that looked like this, it would have to test market and sell very well, and I just don't think that would ever happen. And we're locking up and lagging. And we don't have an indicator. There's the indicator. I'm trying to figure out which way to go. Unikitty. Let's see. Hold, B to enrage him. And then chaining attacks. So, I think the enraged Unikitty idea here actually works really well in most Lego levels. Just running around and breaking things really fast. Only explosives can destroy silver objects. Get you, Batman. Now let's just stand in the middle and do nothing and see what happens. Well, that takes forever to undo. So that's definitely a double-edged sword there. If you have to wait a really long time for it to de-enrage. Attack on Cloud Cuckoo Land. Here's the speech.
Hello. I'm Emmet. Well, I know that I, for one, am very excited to work with you guys.
This is a pretty funny joke.
Find the craggle and put this thing on the thing.
They kind of overplay it.
Really hard.
Really hard?
Wiping
ye bum with a hook for a hand is really hard. This be impossible.
It's probably
So
badly
if ye
timed.
think it'd be a good idea to return to that forsaken place special.
What idea have ye that be better than the ideas of 100 of our fallen master builder brothers?
Well, technically, I'm not exactly a master builder yet.
What?
Please, everyone, please. Rubbish. Yes, it's true. I may not be a master builder. I may not have a lot of experience fighting or leading or coming up with plans. I know what you're thinking. He is the least qualified person in the world to lead us. And you are right.
This is supposed to make us feel better.
You all be on your own. I believe in this lost cause.
See, the introduction of Metal Build
Guys,
right there
we can still do
is
this.
timed totally wrong.
Right?
He should have shown up before the speech and shooken Emmet's confidence. And then
I was wrong.
and then had to give the speech and make it even worse. Not right in the middle of it. There's a plastic seam on Emmet's head in the movie, which is really weird because that's not ever going to happen in Lego. That's not where they put the scene, right in the middle. So it's purely an intentional thing for the movie, and it's not true to Lego.
That was close.
Here we have the
but we're
micromanagers.
completely safe now.
Hey!
Emmet!
I have been accused
One of Lord Business's micromanagers.
of
Come on,
being a
we've got
micromanager.
people to rescue.
And when it comes to Lego and probably other things
The
too.
micromanager took Emmet over there.
Then we better put this fire out.
And not particularly falsely accused of being a micromanager either. It is a difficult task to figure out
Maybe
when
there's
to
some water
offer
on that ledge above us.
instruction and when to remain silent and let somebody else figure it out. Being not a very patient person, surprise, surprise, a video game player.
Why is this happening?
A video game player is not the most patient of people.
Watch out for the
It's-
laser. It can even cut through gold Lego.
Often my desire to just do things correctly the first time and as fast as possible. Sometimes do things as fast as possible and not even do it right.
Whoa, thanks.
1 down, 3 score, and 10 to go.
So 70 to go. I don't get this, why it would say 3 score. Why not do 4 score? Whatever he said in the speech. I think it was 4 score plus and some other amount.
That's it. The fire's going out. Come on, we must hurry.
Hey,
So-
can someone let me ahead here? Anyone? This is embarrassing. Can you guys help me out?
Not without a drill.
It's okay, guys. I'll find one.
Right, so I'll just wait here and catch up with my reading, huh?
So Wildstyle's gonna get a drill and use it. If she gets a drill and that becomes a permanent ability of hers, then there would be even less reason why you'd ever want to play as Emmet.
Hang on. There's a secret passage behind this wall.
So in the middle of this fighting, we gotta do this quick time event, which is rather slow. And I don't even know how you would perfectly time it.
There.
I guess that's how you would perfectly time it. You have to hit it right.
I guess
At
it
the
isn't
right
that secret
spot.
anymore.
Let's see, you come over here and over there. And get up here. Gotta free all of our friends. 1, 2. Where's number 3? There's no number 3 over here. Okay. This feels like if you run on it, it spins. Am I doing anything by causing it to spin? Or is it just some weird ability that they added?
I can see Emmet!
Seems like you would be able to hit that with a batarang or something. notice in certain places they just leave you alone. There's a wedding cake topper set. Let's see. He's gonna hit him with the wrench to free himself. Nice. So she gets
We found Batman. Come on.
She frees Emmet, and then Emmet has the ability to jackhammer Batman free. So yeah, there's a wedding cake typer that looks kind of like this with the arches, and it comes with a man and a woman minifigure in a dress and a tuxedo, as you
Keep
would
out of the way
expect.
of that laser, Emmet.
No
And,
kidding.
and several different hairstyles to match the bride and groom, assuming you have a bride and groom. I imagine, however, you'd, for different skin colors and such, you would have to buy several other minifigures and try and mix and match, because I think it is just your standard yellow Lego faces, or yeah, that's standard what it is. Now you can't really call them the Legos white, because they aren't actually white. They've always been Lego yellow. So they're like the Simpsons, if anything. Which they did do some Simpsons sets in Lego, and I thought that was slightly strange because it seemed
Emmet,
a
can you
little
drill through that debris?
age
Sure.
inappropriate.
You know what? I've changed my mind.
And
I'll wait for some more bad guys.
If I drill through too far, just yell.
So this is how I die.
like the Lego sets for the Simpsons, I mean, there really aren't that many physical locations that would be that interesting. Like, you could do the outside of the nuclear facility that Homer works at, but that's not really shown that much. You could do their house, which is what they did do, and that's alright, but it's not that interesting. So it gets back to this whole element of
Come on, we've got to find Unikitty. Can you help us get up to that ledge, babe?
it would be nicer and better for them to just have sold the minifigs, and that's it. And that's really what it gets down to for a lot of the sets, is you kind of just want the minifigs, the characters who are more recognizable, at least I do. And I'm not that interested in whatever the set is selling me. Like, if it had just been the couch from The Simpsons with the Simpsons characters, and then they had gone really, really crazy with the Simpsons characters, because there are quite a lot of them in that universe, that would be a more appealing draw to me. But not really that much of a draw anyways, because I'm not a huge fan of The Simpsons. Shows like The Simpsons, which Simpsons now is almost the longest running show. It's the longest running show, but it's also almost now the most number of episodes.
No, she isn't. Hang on. I'll find a way up for you.
So it's gonna win that. But the way they got there is simply Fox had nothing better to replace it with, and they just did a mediocre amount of quality. They never got terribly awful, nor did they get extremely good. Although arguably, when they first showed up, they were pretty bad. On the Tracy Ullman show, the animation was awful, and the voice acting was awful in the very first ones. But also, that series just does the same things over and over again. Same stereotypes and tropes. Excuse me, had to sneeze. I felt it coming on, but I didn't have enough time to to hit the mute button on my microphone, sorry.
How do we find Unikitty then?
I think a better question is, how do we survive the next 10 seconds?
I suppose that's always a good question. How do you survive the next 10 seconds? I'm just gonna switch over here to... So... This guy's lasering. Am I supposed to get him to laser the... Am I supposed to switch to Batman and do something? Yeah. Get behind him with Batman, I suppose. Well, alright, Batman, how do I get behind there? Particularly while the game is lagging. Right. Hit the micromanager with a ranged weapon to stun him temporarily. Alright, there we go. So if I had just played as Batman the whole time, I could have done this. I should have hit him with the Batarang. Yeah, the game is certainly not explaining that well to me. So we've got now the robot SWAT police. Which, that's not very Lego. Lego City Police totally exists, and I guess they just didn't want them to be the bad guys in the movie. So they turned them into these corporate Pinkertons, to use a very old term. Private security forces, more of a normal term. That way the real Lego City Police could come in, I suppose, and say it wasn't us in this sequel, because I'm pretty sure they don't ever wanted to portray the police in the Lego universe as bad guys. They're more comedic foils for comedic bad guys, thieves that steal the crown jewels or rob banks. Things like that.
Did you all see that?
We're right next to you, doofus.
I think it wants us to get into its mouth.
Right, just like with lions. If I end up as bird poop, I will not be happy.
I think we're gonna end up as bird poop. One of them did, the other three didn't. So just wild style.
How did this happen again?
Relax, we'll grab Unikitty and she can get you out again.
I like this egg idea. I don't think they really do anything specifically Lego-wise for Easter. Easter is a very Christian holiday that gets turned into a non-Christian holiday with the
Can
Easter
someone
Bunny
find me
and,
some loose bricks? I'd look, but I'm blind, remember?
and the Easter eggs and such. But it's an interesting idea, selling Lego eggs. See. Well, we made it to the special, and again, I imagine we'll probably get the special bar filled for all the remaining levels. Oh, he just tried to build something, didn't he? Man, I keep forgetting, Emmet cannot build anything without instructions. And it's really playing well.
I'll use this perfectly safe ledge to get to Unikitty.
And I imagine that's the whole intention here on the game, is that you're supposed to accidentally try to build things with him and not know how. See, this has a B button on it, but... Oh, it's a timing thing, but there's too many people hitting me, so I don't think I can do it.
I do not like that micromanager.
Alright. And then this lake of flowing Lego is there, which then kind of implies to me that I am supposed to move these. Maybe I should just hit the buttons really fast and not try to get the timing down, just so I don't get hit. X, A, come on. Maybe I just need to throw some of these things around and just try this while everybody else is not firing at me. That was a bad way to do things.
Come on.
Really, really
Jump
bad.
across.
I don't appreciate at any point in Lego games when they have you getting stymied by I'm using a lot of big words today. Stymied by enemies shooting you while you're trying to build something. That's super
No one
annoying.
does that to the Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Fillmore, Pierce Buchanan, 16th President of the United States.
Let me fix the rocket chair.
And see, I wouldn't be able to name the first 16 presidents, but I do know Abraham Lincoln is the 16th president. I'm not sure Batman. That is an interesting question about how good at knowledge is Batman. He is supposed to be a detective, but he's never really shown that way these days in the comics. And he's supposed to be smart, but would he be smart about history, U.S. history? See, there's a level of like...
Why are they doing this to my home?
Oh, that's sad. There's a level of knowledge and facts that can be retained in a lot of education versus...
Unikitty, can you get out of that thing?
What's the point? They're destroying Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Well, maybe you could stop them.
But they might hurt me. And I don't like getting hurt. Because when people hurt me, I get angry. Rah! Let's get them! You finally remembered me.
So when she breaks, is she still angry? Yes. Oh, does she have fireballs that she can hit? Interesting.
Thanks. And now I can build us a magical rainbow catapult full of sparkles to bounce us all the way back up to the micromanager.
I refuse to use that.
So yeah, if you switch away from her, I guess that's the quickest way to get Unikitty to go back from being angry. I have 20 of these guys over here to beat up. In groups of 4, so a massive 5 rounds of fighting these guys. Did I really need to do this? I assume they intended for this to happen while I was raging and I left the area. That would be my assumption, at least. We still need to get a micromanager up here to take on the destroy this gold piece on this rocket ship. You see, she has a ground slam that she jumps up and hit X. She'll drop flowers everywhere. There you go. It's actually quite fast to kill creatures if you do that. So I don't think we're going to convince him to fire this way with his lasers. Yeah. He's got too much on him that tells me I need these other characters. They were all just sitting there. Let's see. Batman
Wild
was
style,
stunned.
can you get on top of it?
Wild style to jump. And tap that B button to control him.
Emmet, you need to drill into its brain.
Ew, gross.
Its brain's a computer, doofus.
Oh yeah, right.
And it's kicking his legs like crazy.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Look at all the cool stuff that was inside it.
The way to the emergency exit is up those stairs.
Are you referring to the stairs that are behind that massive wall of flame?
Yes? Is that a problem?
So we build now a turret. So I can break the house. And I was not expecting it to go that way, but fine. Take these 3 things and now build your Lego tornado. Which builds a couple
Come on, everyone.
cars.
We've got to put out that fire.
Squirt water in the... Well, I hit the tongue there and I'm stuck now. So we'll try this other one. So you have a whale and a elephant that shoot water out. Getting a decent amount of studs for putting the fire out. Not that I need them. I actually probably still do. Like, who's to say how expensive Score Times 2 is going to actually be, or if I even find it. Yeah, there's a lot of free play stuff I'm going to have to do. And it feels like it's been a short amount of time, at least, since the last time the game locked up. And I wonder why that is. Now I've come to expect the game to lock up a lot. It also has been a really long time in this level. Undeniably. It's been 30 minutes. So hopefully this escape is going to wrap up. Again, in the movie and in the game, it's just one long chase sequence being chased by the bad guys. Let's see, come on, where's the other 7? Are there 7 more police guys somewhere around here? There's a lockup. A nice massive lockup there. So maybe that will now send some more. Yeah. Seems somehow I got the numbers off. I'm down to 4, and some of the bosses, the bad guys I'm fighting, aren't counting right. So last two get thrown out. Last one.
Another micromanager.
And the whole place is just
If we can
in
destroy that
flames
gold
and
dome, we
destroyed.
can use the rainbow Lego bricks underneath it.
This building has a brain.
Now can I say, ew, gross?
Yeah, you can.
It's not a real brain, silly.
The idea of an imaginary Lego
Come on,
creature
let's go.
having an imaginary Lego creature is actually kind of funny.
Let's go. We need to get Emmet out of here.
Can't we build something?
Hey, I'm Ben, but you can call me Betty, and I can build a spaceship. Watch this. Spaceship, spaceship, spaceship.
And then this is a pretty funny,
The skies are surrounded.
That's okay. I didn't
pretty
really wanna
funny
build a spaceship anyway. That's
gag here.
Well, where can we go where we can't be
He
found?
never gets built.
Underwater?
What if we went underwater?
Great idea, babe.
Thank you, Batman. Your ideas are the best.
But hey, I just said that.
We could build a submarine.
Bad submarine patent pending.
With the rainbows.
And dream catchers in case we take a nap.
like an underwater spaceship.
But you can't build all of them at once.
Ready, break.
Okay.
And see, the fact that they don't work well together should have been emphasized in the movie a lot earlier. You could have had, at the very beginning, before Emmet was even introduced, several of the master builders trying to work together to stop Lord Business, just like we saw. But then they tried to build something and they all got in an argument and built different things and didn't work together, and that was ultimately the reason why they failed. And they would just be oblivious to it, but it would be obvious to the viewer that that's the reason. But that doesn't get emphasized here until at the beginning of the third act of the movie, if not the fourth quarter of the movie. The movie is kind of more in quarters than it is in 3 acts. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can go to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Even the menu locks up. See, that's the craziest part. Why does the menu lock up? Makes no sense. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening.